Is your husband okay with this risk? And obviously you're upset about it. It's very clear you disagree with President Trump's decision to start this attack. Do you know how your husband feels? He's also not happy. And I will say, more than any other decision that any commander-in-chief has made,
Unreal.
in his entirety being in the military, more service members are being vocally upset about this than we've ever seen before. But it is very obvious to a lot of service members and a lot of military families that this has nothing to do with protecting Americans. This has everything to do with distracting from this administration.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? This would be the equivalent of me making a TikTok angry because the fire department sent my husband into a fire. Like, this is the equivalent of that on a much different scale, but the same thing. This is what happens when random normal people get big on social media. She has 500,000 followers, right? She feels safe because she thinks social media is going to save her from going on mainstream primetime news and bashing the administration to whom her husband signed an oath to protect and serve. And serving the nation means whether you like the president of the United States or not, which clearly she is very anti-Donald Trump because her whole channel is about that, and anti-men, us obviously, because that's that whole side, right? To get on national TV and say this because she's anti-Donald Trump. So it doesn't matter that millions of men have gone to war at the behest of our commanders in chief. That'd be Obama, that'd be Biden, that'd be George Bush, right? Doesn't mean you may like particularly going to war. I'm pretty sure my husband doesn't like going into fight fires, but he does it. Actually, I think he probably does like that. That's just being said. But can you imagine? Can you imagine? Then you getting on national TV and bashing it. I don't know. I'm pretty sure her husband's probably not going to have a job after this. I would guarantee it, because it's like, oh, so you signed an oath. And all of these people that have come before your husband, right, that have gone to war, may not particularly like it, but they go to war because they signed an oath. And you are and your husband are absolutely taking advantage, I'm sure, of the health insurance and living on base. A lot of that, the perks, GI bills, going to school. You know, you will get a pension paid for by the government when you're, down the road. Retirement is paid for as well. Your kids have the ability to go to school. You get to enjoy the benefits of being a soldier. And I guess this woman thought that he was just going to sit and answer phones all day when he signed, his oath to protect and serve in the military. So because she hates the president of the United States, right? And she has sat on social media and has gained a following where random people in her comment section who she doesn't know have told her how powerful she is and how right she is. You get this most righteous sense of, I'm untouchable because I have a somewhat large social media platform. And I got news for you. That doesn't work in the military. When I saw this morning, I almost couldn't believe what I was watching. I'm like, this girl is sitting on national TV saying that her husband is upset because he was sent to war as an active member of our military. And I literally said it to myself, like, that would be like me being mad at the fire department and going on national TV and blasting the fire department who employs my husband, who, when I pinned the badge to this chest right here, knowing full well what that meant is that he was a duty member bound and served by the public. And me going on social media and being pissed off because they put him in harm's way. I would never do that. I have the utmost respect for my husband and what my husband does. And I understand that he works for the government at the end of the day. The government signs his paycheck. And when his pension is paying our retirement, that is the cause and reaction of him giving his life to that service. as is this woman's husband. But because she has allowed herself a social media venting place where she can go on and on about how conservatives suck and the right is terrible, we must dismantle the right. I did a deep dive on her page earlier, and it was like everything that you would normally be. We must, get the conservative mindset to go away. We must implant what we want into their heads. My way is the only way. The left way is the only way. And we have to dismantle their way of thinking. It's almost like it's fascism, sis. What you're basically saying is your way of thinking, my way of thinking, being conservative, is wrong. And I must immediately let go of my way of thinking and adapt your way of thinking, because that's the only way that it's right. And now you are sitting on live TV trashing your husband's job as he's called to fight in a war again, that whether you like the situation or not, people in Vietnam probably didn't like it. People in the Gulf War and didn't like it after 9/11, I'm sure, didn't like it, but they did. Sense of duty, they did what they were told to do because they were soldiers. Never in a million years did I think that you would see their wives bitching on national TV about their jobs. Listen, every Democrat president, I've showed you guys a couple videos on my page, have said that Iran cannot have nuclear capabilities and that if they were president, they would attack Iran. Donald Trump attacked. That's what he did. Whether you like it, you don't like it, you agree with it or not. But for you to be the wife of a military person and get on national TV because you think that you're safe from social media and bash your husband's job is wild. Is wild. That's one of those things that you keep to yourself. I don't know if that man's going to have a job afterwards, but I'm sure he's probably not going to be looked on pretty good by his fellow servicemen. I would imagine that. The fact that, your wife just got put on TMZ of all places. TMZ. It isn't like you got pulled on CNN, babes. I'm pretty sure you're going to be now. But you were on TMZ. Like they do celebrity gossip. And that's where you thought it would be a good idea to go trash your husband's career and be mad because they called your soldier husband to war. This is what social media has done. It has really messed with people's heads. Let me just tell you, it has emboldened people to think that it's my way of thinking is the only way of thinking. And if you don't submit yourself to my way of thinking, then you're going to be ostracized from communities. You're going to be told you're a horrible human being. We must completely dismantle your way of thinking. It's straight up fascism is what it is. And no, thank you. No, thank you. I don't like war. I don't want to go to war, but I understand why war happens. And I understand that the Islamic regime that has oppressed women for decades and treats them like second-class citizens and like dogs, it has murdered their own people. And we don't want those people having nuclear capabilities. I agree with that, as every Democrat president prior to Donald Trump has agreed with that as well. I never thought in a million years that I would see this. So let me be the first to say that I would never disrespect my husband on national TV. He may have, gripes about the fire department. I hear about it. He gripes about it, just like all of us would have gripes about our job, right? But I would never, ever disrespect my husband on national TV like this because, I don't even know where this man's career is going after his wife was just crying on not even national TV, TMZ of all places. Okay. This is what you don't do, ladies and gentlemen, when you have a husband or a wife that works in the public sector. You don't do this, just so we're clear. Unreal. Social media isn't going to save you. I don't care if you have 500,000 followers. You absolutely are going to be held accountable for the things that you say online. I know this. That's why I'm very careful and I don't bring my husband's job anywhere near my social media page because absolutely not. I respect him and I respect his job too much to do so. So this is what you don't do. The TDS, man, I'm going to tell you, it has really messed with people's brains and you can see it all over social media. So, yeah, unreal. Good talk.